Hi everybody. I am going to adjust this just a little bit. Okay, and I'm also going to put on some mascara while we're waiting for some people to hop on. Because I look like I'm dead. I want it to just be like a chill out, chit chat, have fun, but I also want to look like I have some kind of life in me. Let me know if you can hear me also, because I think I broke my phone doing this stupid TikTok thing. So basically what I did was, it was like a my boyfriend said that I couldn't break this egg in my hand, whatever, and you can't break an egg in your hand like this. But what I did for the TikTok was I showed them, like, oh, you can't break the egg in your hand, watch me try. And then I went off camera and I put like a little hole in it in the back, and I went to hold it in my hand to record me like cracking it, and like, ooh, I'm super strong. Yeah, it literally splattered everywhere, all over my phone. Hey Jenny, all over my phone, all over the counters, like everywhere. It was so freaking bad. So now I think my speakers are messed up, and yeah. I do plan on doing my lives on my camera eventually, but I'm having a hard time hooking it up to my computer. So what I'll probably do is figure that out eventually, but until then I'm going to be on my phone, so things might be a little bit backwards, but I'm hoping that the quality is at least okay for you guys. So basically this is my first like live. I did one last week just kind of testing everything like that, but I'm just gonna try to fix this. Okay, so you can't see the top of my head, but that's fine. So basically I did like a testing of like how I was gonna do it, whether it was gonna be on my webcam or my phone, and I decided to do it on my phone until I can get it to go onto my camera, just because I feel like there's better lighting on my camera or on my phone, there's better quality. And also I plan on doing these every Saturday, so hopefully you guys will start to join me every Saturday. Basically it's going to be my Saturday sit down where we just kind of talk. It's usually going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern time, but today I was running a little bit late. I had to do a few things because we had some bad weather and it got icy and gross. But I do plan on doing them every Saturday, like I said, and I'm just going to kind of be going over like different makeup things, or if you guys just want to talk, or like today I'm going to be going through my highlighter collection and just showing you guys like piece for piece, like which ones are my favorite, which ones I don't really use. So just like a fun sit down place to come on Saturday when you have nothing to do and talk about makeup, because who doesn't love makeup? Who? If you don't love makeup, then why are you here? Is it because I'm nuts? Probably not. It's because you like makeup. So I'm going to go ahead here. I'm just trying to do a few things. Sorry, give me just a second. I am adjusting some things while we're waiting for some people to hop on. So if you're on, say hi. So I know you're here. If you're new, tell me your name, where you came from, what you're doing. Alright. My computer's being a butt. I'm so excited. I love highlighters. Everybody loves highlighters. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. And post. I love highlighters too. Highlighter is probably one of my favorite makeup items, makeup category. However, if you're not new, lipstick is definitely number one. I love lip items. I don't care if it's a gloss, if it's matte, if it's just a regular tube lipstick. I freaking love lipstick. But we're gonna get into the highlighters now that we have a couple people on here. And again, like I said, just if you're in here, just say hi so I know you're here. So I'm going to go with these two first because these are the first two that I grabbed. These are actually highlighter palettes. These are $40 each. I may not know the prices for all of them because I can't really look them up. I mean, if you really want me to, I can look on my computer for the prices, but for the most part, I should know what they are. But these were $40 a piece. They're by Huda Beauty. These are the 3D highlighter palettes, and I have Pink Sands Edition and then the Gold Sands Edition. When I first got these, like, I thought that it was going to be, I don't know, like, more or better than what it was. It's not terrible. It's pretty. I just don't really know that I understand what's happening. So you have prep, set, sculpt, and flush. So I think this is supposed to be a blush. However, it's like really, really shimmery like a highlighter. I don't really like a shimmer blush unless I'm doing like a no makeup look, and it still wouldn't be this shimmery. Like if you look, it's really reflective. And then this is supposed to be, I guess, like Apply Capri, which is this one, as a base to smooth the skin and boost light reflecting pigments. I guess you're supposed to put this like on your skin, but I thought it was like a cream bronzer when I first got it. So like I said, they're just really confusing, but the highlighters are really pretty. Like this one right here. This one is supposed to be the set. So dab Santorini from cheek to temple to set and bring out the pop, and then sculpt. This one is apply under cheekbones to add dimension and shape. I'm not gonna use this as like a contour because that's kind of what it sounds like this is. Like this is a contour. Sculpt, like this is definitely, for me, like just a highlighter. So maybe it's just the wrong shade. I don't know. But that's why I don't really use those. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you so you can see them. Those are the two that I use the most as highlighters. And by the way, that's my husband who just commented, and apparently Emily is checking in. Hi, Emily. That is my babe, my littlest babe. So, and then this is the golden one, which is basically like the same thing. So this one I could definitely use as sculpt. So that's what I'm wondering, is if each edition is for different like skin tones, and I just didn't know that, like a dummy. I'm trying to see if it says it anywhere, but I don't think that it does. But they are nice. I do like in this one, and this one. And I'll put this underneath if I really want it to pop because it's a cream. But other than that, I don't really go to these that much. They're kind of pricey. So if you don't want to like use them a lot, then I would not go for them. So I am drinking an energy drink at 9 o'clock at night. Please ignore that. So this is actually a new one, and I haven't gotten a chance to play with it. I got it from TJ Maxx for like $16, so it was on clearance. It's by Glam Glow, which is actually a skincare line, but now they're starting to get into makeup. So it comes with like a little mirror in here, and then it comes with 3 pretty shades. You have a really light one, this is like a champagne and gold one, and then a darker bronze one. So, ooh, they kind of smell really good. Like I said, I haven't really used this one. I've just kind of swatched it, but they are really, really pretty. And they're really, really shimmery on the skin. So like this one's gonna be perfect for me if I just want something subtle. And then I have the champagne and gold one, and then the more white one is probably not gonna be a go-to for me unless I'm like super pale at the time, because it's gonna look like kind of gray. So when you're doing highlighters, I know that a lot of people really want to go for those super bright light ones. However, if you're on the more tan, medium to dark side, you want to kind of avoid them because it's going to give you like a white cast across your face when you turn. So when you turn like this, it's going to look fine, but when you go like this, it's going to look like you have like gray dust just sitting in here. So just a heads up, you can do what you want, but I'm just letting you know. So the next two I actually did a video on, and I'm trying to get it. There's something on my nose now. I'm trying to get them out. Are the Laura Lee Los Angeles Lit Kit. So this one is glazed for light to medium, and then this one is bronze, and this is medium to deep, I believe. Yes, medium to deep. So these were $19, which amazingly priced for the size of these pans. So you get 4 of them in here, which I absolutely love. Again, I don't really use this one because it's more like a blush, and I don't like shimmer blushes. I don't know what it is that people put those into a highlighter palette. I guess maybe like a lot of other people like shimmer blushes, but I'm not a fan. So I do like all of these. Diamonds is my favorite out of this one, and I do use this palette quite a bit. They're just like, they're so creamy and buttery, it's not even funny. And it comes with a super huge mirror, and again, $19 like for that big pan. So a little bit goes a long way with these. You do not need a ton with these. So then here for the deep one, it's like medium to deep, but I really feel like it's just going to be for deeper skin tones. Is the, like, this one I can use, this one I can use, these two I cannot. So what I'll probably do is I'm going to wind up giving this away to someone who can use it, because although I can use these two, I really don't want to hold on to a palette that I can't use 2 of the other shades for. Like, even in my darkest time, I'm not going to be able to use those shades. So that's going to have to go to someone else to love. I have so many highlighters. How many highlighters do you guys have in your collection? Tell me down below. I want to see how many you guys have, and if I'm the only one that has a crazy amount of highlighters, because hopefully I am not the only one. So, sorry. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow. I have 2 of these as well. I'll show you those. 2. I don't use these ever. I got them because I thought they were so pretty, and I don't use them ever. So they come with 4 different shades in them, and they're really pretty. They're just not, they're kind of chalky. They're not as creamy as I would want my highlighters to be. So if you see, like, they're just a little bit more chalky than preferred. And then we have this one, which is even lighter shades, but honestly exactly the same. So I'll show you that. So they do swatch nicely, and they wear really good too. They're just, when you put them on, they're like that chalky like formula, you know what I mean? So let me show you like comparable. They're just a couple shades off. I'm trying not to ruin them. So if you look here, like, I just feel like they a little bit more gold in this, and this one seems a bit darker, but I don't know why I got them. I don't need both of them. I didn't need both of them, but you know how it goes. If you love makeup, you love makeup. What are you gonna do? So the next one is actually one of my super all-time favorite highlighter palettes, and it is from the Kylie Cosmetics Storm collection, when Stormy was first born. And it comes with 4 shades, and unfortunately this shade fell out. It fell out when I got it, and I tried to keep it, and look, you can see like my desk and everything. And it didn't work out. It was making a mess, so I just emptied it out and cut my losses. But unfortunately, that was literally my favorite shade out of the pan. However, you do have these, and they are stunning. They are not really buttery. They are on the more powdery side, but when you put them on, like, look at that. They just glow. They absolutely glow, and I freaking love it. Like, this one is definitely one of my favorite. I use it all the time, all the freaking time. And it's like something with these, because they're not as thick and like buttery or creamy, I can wear them without any makeup and just kind of dab it on. Like, I'll show you. I'll put one of them on. I'll put this one on. And this one, I believe, like, see, with her packaging, all the names are freaking backwards, so I never know with Kylie Cosmetics what color I'm actually telling you. So it's going to be this one, and I'm assuming either Stratus or Daydream. Don't really know. And I'm just going to use my finger and just dab it on the area that I would put my highlighter. See? And it just winds up being like, oh my gosh, okay, maybe I went a little bit too hard there. That's ridiculous. No reason to be that shiny today. Oh my gosh. But look, see what I mean? Like, with one swatch, and it just is so blinding. It's really, really good. I love this one a lot. I will have to say that. I've never tried her. She has like pressed ones. She's came out with a bunch of them, and I've never gotten them because I think they're very expensive. If I'm not mistaken, want to say they're in the upper 40s. I'm going to go to her website right now and tell you. Also, still getting over my cold, so do not mind my terribly lingering cough. All right. Face. Stop it. Highlighters. Oh, I think that's just gonna be regular highlighters. No, see, like the wet sets. Yeah, they're $62. $62 freaking dollars for 4 highlighters. So they're like the Huda ones, like this, but they're $62. I've never tried them. I hear good things about them. I've never really heard anything bad about them. So if you've tried them, then let me know. But for real, I'm not paying fucking $62, excuse my language, for 4 highlighters. Sorry, Kylie. You are insane with that one. Da, da, da. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, I think one of them, there's another one on there from like the Jordan in her collection that's on sale for like $40, but still, it's kind of pricey. Okay, so we're gonna move on. This one, who remembers this one? This baby's old. So this is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill collection. I love this palette. I loved this palette when it launched. I'm not a big Jaclyn fan, I will not lie. But I loved this palette. I still love this palette. I have not tried her new highlighters because I'm in between whether I want to get them or not. Not that I have anything against like her company or anything. I just haven't really, like, I'm trying to like use more of the makeup I have in the videos and stuff like that. Like, that's my whole goal for 2020, is to not do a no buy, but kind of like buy less. So I'm like, but part of me is like, I really want to get it because I've heard nothing but good things about her new highlighters. So, and obviously we know that we have Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop in here. And then it also comes with some blushes, which I absolutely love. And this is a shimmer blush. And remember how I said a few minutes ago I don't like shimmer blushes? This is the only one that I like. Like, it's not super, super, super shimmery. It just has some light reflex in it. And obviously I'm going to do the Champagne and Prosecco Pop. I'll go ahead and swatch this. See, this one just reflects just slightly. Nothing crazy, just slightly. So I do like to wear that on like my no makeup days, or if I'm just trying to look more glowy or dewy. I do love this palette a lot. It is getting very old, and one day I will have to part with it, but today's not that day. So we're gonna move on. They don't sell that one anymore, so if I didn't say that, they most definitely do not sell that one. Unfortunately, they don't. So I'm gonna go ahead here. I'm trying to do something real quick. Boom. Boom. Can you still see me? I'm just working on, I'm trying to get the comments to come up. Okay, there we are. They're on my screen. I couldn't see them. Okay, so then we have some cream highlighters from ColourPop, which I actually really, really like. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off so I can show you what those look like on the skin. So usually with these, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll put my moisturizer on first, and these are like, I think $6. Let me go to ColourPop's website. It's in here, online shopping basically. ColourPop. I have all of the TikTok songs stuck in my head and I sing them all the time, and I've got to stop. I've literally become obsessed with TikTok. It's getting out of hand. Like the other day, I'm not even freaking kidding, man. My feet weren't even on the floor when I woke up and I was like, oh, TikTok. I'm sorry. That was really aggressive. But for real. Like, it was bad. Ooh, ColourPop has new highlighters too? Oh, see what I mean? I shouldn't even be on here, but I'm trying to find the prices. They're $8. They're called light sticks. They're $8. I love ColourPop, and I'm also obsessed with TikTok. Yes, ColourPop is the bomb. I don't prefer their matte liquid lipsticks, but when it comes to anything else, like, you're really, honestly, you're paying such a decent price for what you're getting. Is it like high-end quality, like, I don't know, Chanel or something? No, but who wants to spend that kind of money on makeup, especially nowadays? Like, I feel like the makeup or the beauty industry, the companies are starting to become so much better than what they ever used to be. So I like to take it like this when I'm not wearing any makeup and just lightly dabbing it on there. So this is like a pinky one, and it's better when I have my moisturizer on because my skin isn't dry AF. But it just gives like such a beautiful subtle glow. I did do a review on these, and I will tell you, they say that you can wear them over your makeup, but I don't prefer that. I think that it kind of moves your concealer and your foundation like all over the place. So I'm not a fan of that. And I don't recommend that. I know that like that's what they're for too, but you know, just not a fan. Don't do it. It messed it up really bad. But so you're getting all of that for $8. Like, it's really, it doesn't look like a lot. You're not going to go through that in a long time. Are those sticky? No, they're not sticky. So most creams are going to kind of be like so I have one in here. Do I have it? No, I threw it away. So I had one in here from Becca Cosmetics, and it was kind of like oily. It was gross. But no, these are a little bit more dry. So if you can see, like when I put that on, Jenny, it kind of like tugs. And the reason it's tugging is because it's not like a wet, it's like a thicker cream. I don't know how to really explain the texture of it, but it's not sticky at all. I absolutely love these actually. If you don't wear foundation, like if that's like something that you don't like to do, then those are definitely going to be ones you want to look into. And I think you can get them in sets with the blushes, which obviously I'll talk about the blushes on a different video, but I do have those too. Have a lot. All right, I'm gonna lift this guy up. So we have our first tray. So these are all Becca Cosmetics highlighters. Before highlighters became a super huge thing a couple years ago, Becca kind of like ruled that that area of the makeup game, because they came out with all of these beautiful nail to buy. They kind of like they ran the game. That's just what it was. Not a lot of people made highlighters until they started getting really big, but they came out with a crap ton of them, and I was super obsessed. And I've given a lot of these away, but I used to have almost every one that they ever came out with, even like down to the limited edition ones that I will never wear. I did declutter. I have decluttered over the years and gave a lot of these away, but they're really good quality. The only problem is they're $38, and really you can kind of get decent quality highlighters for a lot less than that. Like these are $8, so I mean, if you're all about name brand, then sure, fine, pay the $38. If you're just looking for a good highlighter, then these are not going to be my go-to to recommend for you guys. But like this one is the Vanilla Quartz, is a limited edition one. They all look fairly similar packaging wise, just you can tell the limited edition because they're in really shiny, pretty coloring, where the originals are in just these brown ones. So they're really nice, but I just don't go to them anymore. So that was Vanilla Quartz. This one is Prismatic Amethyst. So it's like a purpley color. It doesn't look very shimmering, but it really is. So I'll go ahead and see, they're really powdery too. It's another thing, like they do really nice, but they kind of come off a little chalky. Just a little. Alright, and then this is Rose Quartz. Anything rose gold is my jam. I'm a big fan of it. It looks beautiful on my skin tone. I just have to say that. And it's just so pretty. So this one is definitely one that I've used more often. But it's so, like, it's just like a pinky, like, see how these are kind of like really kind of more colorful. So not everyone is going to go for them because not everybody really likes that hint of color, but I really like the light purples and the rose golds. So then I have Bronzed Amber. Oh, Lord. So I'm not really sure why I have this because I think that this is going to be too dark for my skin tone. I'm not really certain. I told you, I collected all of them. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to get that one away too. But I collected, when I'm not kidding, I like had so many of these before I started giving them away. But I now have the Moonstone. I'm not going to swatch all of them, but I will show you all of them. So Moonstone, this one is one of my most used. You can start to actually see the pan, the rose gold. So that was rose quartz. This is rose gold. Very beautiful. Oh my god, I need to start wearing these. These are stunning. And then Prosecco Pop, which is the same that is in that palette. However, there was like a whole thing how this one was different than that one. I don't find the formula to be very different, but that was like a thing when they launched. So this one is Opal, and I think the best still sells Prosecco Pop, if I'm not kidding. If I'm not kidding. Oh my god, I'm tired. If I'm not mistaken. But I'm not really certain. I haven't bought one of these in a while. And then I have Pearl, which is super white. This is like, in the beginning when I said don't wear a super white highlighter, this is the one I'm talking about if you're like tan to darker skin tone, because this is what's going to give you that gray cast on your skin. This has to be for someone more fair, for it to look nice. Oh my god. Okay, this is another one I'll be giving away. This is Champagne Gold. It's just really, really gold. So I just don't think that I could make that color work. Maybe if I got a little bit of a tan. Because it's not as gold once I like swatched it out, but it's pretty gold. Alright, I did that one. And then Topaz. It's kind of dark too, but this one doesn't come off as dark. And then Champagne Pop. So another one that was like, oh my god. I don't have Champagne Pop. Maybe one of my girls have an answer for me as to where my highlighter is. So let me get this straight. They break my highlighter. I'm not gonna cry. They break my highlighter. Then they get rid of it. Then they close it and place it back into my makeup. Because mom will never notice because mom has 101 freaking highlighters. Are you kidding me? Steven, if you're still watching, you tell them I'm gonna get them. I'm coming for them. Oh my god. I do have it in the Becca, and I hate when that happens. I do have it in here, but again, it just was one of my favorite. So that's kind of sad, but moving right along. Let's do a moment of silence for my beautiful highlighter because we lost a good one. Oh, man down, man down. Okay, moving on. So these guys are really fun to play with. I don't use them too often. They're another one of those, like, I'll wear it if I have no makeup on. But it is the Stila Potty highlighters, and this is Heaven's Hue highlighter. That's all that. That's a mouthful. Magnificence is this one. Do a TikTok of putting it to rest. Hello, have a happy Sunday. Hello, thank you. Alright, so this one is really super awesome because it's like, oh god, I know you guys have seen these. Look at this. Oh, it's so satisfying. You can just push it and it literally, like, oh my gosh, it just makes like an indent. Like putty. Ugh. But I do really, really love these. I'll go ahead and swatch it. Like, it's just such a beautiful, creamy. It's not sticky. It's not thick. It's actually thinner than the ColourPop ones, and it just gives a beautiful hue. So that's another one that I would wear on my skin under, like, not underneath makeup, obviously, but without any makeup on. I would just put that there, and it just gives it, like, a subtle, wet look. Like, that's all. It's so beautiful, though, honestly. Alright, and oh, is it Sunday where you are? It's still Saturday here. But hello, I hope you enjoy your Sunday. Alright. And then this one is the same, it's the Heaven's Hues, and this is Luminescent. And this one is actually my favorite of the two. It is like a purpley, shimmery pink, and again that putty, like I literally could just sit here and play with this. It's so weird but also very satisfying, and it's just a lighter color, so it's just way prettier to wear without makeup. I think I might actually do a TikTok putting it to rest. That's really sad. I can't believe that happened. But, so, I have this one. This is a Milk Makeup Highlighter, and this is a holographic highlighting powder. I can honestly say, where are you from? I'm from India. I'm understanding nothing. I guess I could learn it to gift it. Okay, hold on. I am understanding nothing. I guess I could learn it to gift to my girlfriend. Aww. Yeah, that's so sweet. And I'm from Baltimore, so I'm from the United States on the East Coast. I'm nowhere near India. That's probably why it's Sunday there already. That's so sweet to gift it to your girlfriend. Yes, if she loves makeup, she probably really loves highlighters. Highlighters are like a girl's #1. So, this one is, like I said, I got this. I think it was on clearance at Sephora for like $12. But it's so powdery and just, ugh. Like, I just am not a fan. It's really like, look at that. If I go like this in the light, like, it still barely shimmers, and it's supposed to be, like, holographic. So, it's pretty, but it's kind of chalky. She loves makeup more than me. Facts. I mean, makeup's pretty awesome. I can't say anything. I'm sure she loves you. But you know what? If you buy her makeup, she might love you more than the makeup. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. But again, I would not recommend these. They're pretty decently priced, but they're just really chalky, really thick, and kind of dry. So I just never go to it. I got it because it was on clearance, and that's basically the only reason that I got it. Do you have any makeup? Which ones applied will never get off? Which one? No. No. Do you mean like waterproof? I have long wearing makeup, but I don't have any makeup that once it's applied, you can't ever get it off, because that sounds really dangerous for your skin. No. Do you mean like long, I have like long wearing foundation, long wearing like lipstick, but nothing permanent over here, not like Sharpie or anything. Okay, so we're gonna move right along, and the next ones I have are also all ColourPop blushes, and these are the Super Shock highlighter. Did I say blushes? Super Shock highlighters. Like, it will last for weeks. She will have some time for me then. No, unfortunately, they do not sell anything like that. She could get like it tattooed. I know that some girls do that, but that's risky. But no, unfortunately, no makeup that lasts for weeks. Aw, that's sad. I'm sure she loves you and has time for you. Aw, just tell her to put the makeup down. Spend a little time with you. So this is from the Villains collection. I have 2, 4, 6 of these. They're nice. Okay, so this one is living its best life. They're nice, they're pretty, they are pretty decently priced. They're not very expensive at all. It's ColourPop. You get a mirror with it. But they just were not my favorite. They're kind of powdery. They don't really remind me of the Super Shock, because the Super Shock is more of a creamy, and these are not very creamy. Like, they're kind of dry. So if you look here, like, this one's cracking. So I'm just not the biggest fan. Can you show me that whole box of your collection? Oh, I don't have it in a box. I have it in like several drawers. Like lots of drawers. I have a lot of videos of me like decluttering or like going through my makeup collection if you want to check those out, but I don't have like just a box. I have like a whole, like lots of drawers. Like this box that's holding them, I think I got this from like TJ Maxx. I'm not really certain, I don't remember. And then this one is Evil Queen, which is super gold. Actually golder than it looks. So I don't really wear that one either. And then you have this Hades one, which is actually my favorite. And my lipstick was the favorite out of this collection too. I wonder if that's just my favorite collection. And then Ursula, which is that purpley iridescent color. It's just, they're not terrible. If you have them, you have them. Let me know if you use them. But I just don't go to them because they're not very, one, they're not as pigmented. Like, I feel like I have to put a lot more on to get that boom of a glow. They're like I said, they're kind of dry. So I really don't like dry, powdery highlighters because then it wind up like getting everywhere. Do you have any organic makeup which doesn't harm the environment? I do not have any organic makeup. Are you talking about like clean, it's like clean makeup? I know Sephora sells it, but I don't think any of my stuff is organic. I know that it's cruelty free and vegan. She's just doing highlighters right now. Videos of her collection on her channel. She's amazing. Oh, thanks, Jenny. Yeah, no, I think I have any organic makeup. I do know that Sephora sells it, and I've heard really good things about it, but I just haven't gotten any. It's like Clean Beauty or something like that. It's really, really good. But no, I don't personally have anything organic. Like I said, most of the stuff that I do have is cruelty-free and vegan, but not organic. So this is actually one of my absolute favorite highlighters in my entire collection, and is the I Love Sarahi and Dose of Colors Soulmate highlighter. So like this one is cruelty-free, vegan, gluten-free, paraben-free. But no, I don't think it's organic. Do you have any dolphin-safe makeup? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Is that a serious question? No, I don't have any dolphin-safe makeup. I don't feel like I'm hurting the environment because I don't throw it away. I have it. Like, I feel like in order to hurt the environment, I would have to, like, discard this stuff. But I don't. I give it away. If I'm done with it, I give it away. I don't just throw it out. It doesn't get wasted or anything like that. I don't feel that I'm really hurting the environment. I don't recycle, so maybe. Okay. This is becoming ridiculous. All right, we're moving on. My favorite highlighter. It is really, really pretty. It does make a bit of a mess, which is kind of weird because it's not powdery at all. But it is my, look at that. Oh my God. Did you see that? Let's do this again. What? Go back to Waters, else you will die here. What is happening? Oh, that's fun. This is fun. You know what? I do love the animals. I love the environment, but I just, no, I don't have any organic makeup. No, I don't have any dolphin safe makeup. You're gonna have to go to a different channel for dolphin safe makeup. Who puts makeup on a dolphin? Oh my God. This is cruelty free. That means it's not tested on animals. So no, I wouldn't say it's dolphin safe. He said go back to the waters. So then I have this one. People who like to party. What is wrong? So I have this one. This one is the Smashbox and Flauta Petal Metal Highlighter. I had two of these. This one is in Gilded Rose. However, I gave the other one away because it was really super dark. It was actually like this color, and it never really looked really good on me. So I have this one, and I'm wondering if I have a highlighter brush. 2 seconds. Ah. So I'm going to use the Jeffree Star one. I actually usually use this for my setting powder, but we're going to go with it for my highlighter. And this one is like, see, it just doesn't do it. Like, I'm just like digging in here, and it's not really giving me anything. So it's really powdery too, and it was kind of expensive. The only reason I kept it is because I love this box. It's so beautiful. Where is the highlighter? Where is highlighter used at? Okay, so you can use highlighter on several different areas. The main areas that I use it on are going to be my nose and the tops of my cheekbones. So basically, if you look at me now, wherever you see light hitting my face, you can use highlighter there. So like up here, I've seen people use it. Here, your nose, your chin, above your lip. But the main places that I use it are my nose and the tops, the highest points of my cheeks, and then sometimes my chin. So anywhere the light hits, highlighter can be placed. Anywhere the shadows hit, contour is placed. So we're moving into, I have way more powder stuff, but since I already have this container, I'm going to go into my liquids and my powder, loose highlighters. So this one I've had forever, and it's actually one of my absolute favorite. It's the Sephora, I'm like losing my voice right now. Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops, and it is so pretty. I believe that it was Katie Lustry Lux who got me to buy this one, but it is so pretty. I will dab it on, so I'll go ahead and do that just to kind of show you guys. So I just put a little on my finger. A little goes a long way, and I just dab it, and it gives it just like that. Look at that. Oh, it literally gives like a glow from within kind of feel. It's not thick, it's not sticky. This one definitely does not dry down like the ColourPop ones do, but it's definitely something, again, that I like to wear without makeup, or I'll put it underneath, so it gives it like a more shimmer. And we're moving on. What was I doing? Oh, liquids. So I have no makeup on right now. I have just really red cheeks. I don't know if it's rosacea or if it's just the way that my skin is, but it's just always been that way. I actually have to go see a dermatologist soon because I have some texture going on too, but I'll get red like here and then like around my mouth too. I have no idea why, but no, not makeup. The only makeup I have on right now is highlighter and some mascara. So this one is Sin. It is a liquid highlighter as well, and it's really, really pretty. I'm just going to put a dab on there. It's one of my favorite also. I had a bunch of these. This is the Urban Decay Highlighting Fluid. It's the Naked Skin, and I gave a lot of them away because I didn't use them, but this one I used like a lot because it's just another one of those like really glowy, dewy colors. So I'm going to wipe this, so if I have to put more on. Now, I chose not to do makeup, and I probably will not come on Saturdays on my lives with a full face of makeup just because I plan on like trying different things, swatching different things. So I want to have like basically a bare face to be able to try these things for you guys. And plus I kind of want it to be like a relaxed thing where we're just kind of chilling. Nothing crazy. ColourPop in shade. And this one, I don't use these loose. My husband, and get him to let me, but he's needy. And then I have the Becca and Chrissy Teigen one. And oh, that one is a little bit darker, but it doesn't come off that dark. These are just harder to use and a little bit messier. So when I'm in a hurry in the morning, I really don't want to mess with loose highlighters, so I really never go to them, which kind of sucks because they're really pretty. Are you married in high school or what? Oh, I'm not in high school. I'm 29. I'm old. But I have been dating him since like 16 years old. And this is Laura Lee Los Angeles Sugar and Spice. And it's just like a pinky one. I love this one because she was nice enough, her company, to put a little guard there so it's not all in the lid like you saw with the Kylie one and the Becca one and the ColourPop one. None of them have the protectors, so it all sifts out. If they could kind of take a page from Laura Lee's book and put some sifters in, so when I open them, it doesn't all fall out. Like, look how clean this is. And this one is sweet and saucy. So good on you, Laura Lee. Good on you. And then this one is warm and toasty. And look at the size of these. Like, holy moly, these are huge. This was one of her Christmas collections. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll be 30 this year. Alright, and then this is Conceited by Artist Couture. And honestly, I got this because I saw, oh, he has a sifter guard. I saw a lot of people using these, and they were so stunning and beautiful, but I just haven't gotten to it because I feel like it's more glitter. Like, if you look there, it looks really pretty, but you can't see it because it's my phone. It's kind of glittery, and I don't like a lot of glitter on my face. I don't know if you can see that, if it's going to come off on camera, but do you see all the sparkles? I don't want glitter all over my face. I'm just not a fan. It's not something I'm into. But these are also decent size, but this was really, Let me look. I'll go on Sephora's website. But I'm pretty certain they were very pricey. Let's see. Sephora. Let's see. Let's go here and go to Artist Couture. Sometimes Sephora really gets on my nerves, their website. So I like to use the app. So these are, I'm trying to check the price here. $27. This whole thing, $27. And I'm pretty sure Kylie's are, I don't think she has any loose highlighters here. These loose setting powders, palettes, perfecting powder, setting spray, primer. Trying to read it past my camera. I don't see them, but I want to say maybe like $15 or $16. They weren't super expensive at all. ColourPops are definitely not expensive. They're probably in the $8 range. Laura Lee's were pretty decently priced. So the Artist Couture one, $27, a little bit pricey. Hey, I will be going to the mall today. How like shoes and makeup to gift my girlfriend, and one more. Please give me some gift ideas for Valentine's Day. If you are looking for, like, I guess eyeshadow, like, anything highlighter related is really going to do well. And if you're going to go to the mall, I would go to Sephora or Ulta and check them out. They have, like, a lot of different things there. Highlighter's good. I don't know if I would lipstick, because I know that a lot of people like to pick their own lipstick based on the color of their skin and their skin tones and undertones. So maybe like an eyeshadow palette would be nice. Like ABH has a lot of shadows there, and they're really, really pretty. I don't know if they launched their new one yet or not, but that one is really pretty. And as for like Valentine's gift, any kind of gift set, Sephora has like so many gift sets where you can kind of get like different sample things, not really samples, but like a bunch of different stuff. And I love Sephora. NARS is a good brand you can get from. If you're looking for like decently priced from Sephora, you're probably gonna want to go to like Urban Decay because they're not too terrible. But they have some really good eyeshadow palettes too. So I know that Huda Beauty is a big one. I don't know if she's into that one, but I'll show you. I know it's not highlighter related, so bear with me, everybody else. But this palette is something that she will probably love. I love this palette. It is stunning. It's at Sephora for like $67. It is really pricey, but it is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. So if you're looking to get her something for Valentine's Day, this right here, this is a really good one. And I love Huda Beauty's eyeshadows. Like they're so beautiful. So moving on to the next liquid highlighters I have. They're from Morphe. They're trash. I don't know why I hold them. They just don't really do anything for me. They kind of break up makeup, so I can't wear them over makeup. They don't really look great. They're kind of oily, so they don't look really great under makeup. I just kind of have kept them just because I have a problem with hoarding crap. So, but other than that, I don't recommend the Morphe ones at all. That's why we're kind of just moving past those. And we're going to move on to the next highlighters. So this, oh my gosh, woo! This one. Okay, thank you much. Have to eat now. Oh, have a good day. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Let me come back and let me know what you got her for Valentine's Day. See ya. So this one is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Manny collab. They did a collab a long time ago. And this one is in Uranus. This is literally the only Jeffree Star highlighter that I own, because I'm just not a real big fan of the Skin Frost. They're kind of powdery. It gets everywhere. They're huge. They're so huge. Look at, I mean, look at this. I get it. Like, you're getting a lot for your money, but it gets kind of, like, ridiculous when it's that big. But if you look here, like, it's kind of powdery. Oh, so I just, oh, see what I mean? It's, like, really powdery. So I'm just not the biggest fan of his Skin Frost. But this one is really, really pretty on the skin. Ooh, hello. Hello. Oh, hello, highlighter. Hello. Hello. And now that I'm here alone, it's like, I see you guys. I know I'm not alone. Because I'm just gonna put it all over my face. Oh, my skin is red. Oh, skin is, I don't mind it. I keep it because I do wear it sometimes, but it's just not my favorite. I don't really care for his products too much when it comes to highlighter. So I do love his liquid lipsticks, but I'm just not a fan of the Skin Frost. I know that he has Supreme Frost, and I want to try those, but I haven't gotten to them. Blushes in Dreamin' of Diamonds. It is a more gold yellow. And these are really, really buttery too. They're not very pretty at all. And I'll go ahead and do the brush swatch and show you. Let me clear it off real quick, just so there's no extra from the Jeffree Star one. So I'll dig in here too. See, much less of a mess than what it just was a second ago. And they are, oh my goodness, this over that one is like, woo! Hello, highlighter. Hello. So that is Dreamin' of Diamonds. And then we have another really yellow one, which is Quartz. But it's more yellow here than this one. But this one is like really pale yellow. So I'll go ahead and swatch that for comparison. Boom. So it's just a lighter color than the first one. And then we have Cheers Darling, which is a pinky one. It's pink, but it kind of shifts gold, so you have to like shift it. I did a whole review and swatch on these, so you guys can go ahead and check that out on my channel, because I don't want to be here for 6 years swatching all of these. This one is Queen Drip. This one is actually not one of my favorite. It's not very luminous. It's kind of dull. When I open up a highlighter and it's dull, I just know that I'm not going to like it. So this one is obviously one that my children have also gotten into because it's like dug into. And it's pink. It's not supposed to be pink. Princess Please. Is it supposed to be pink? I'm trying to rub all around. No, I think they put like a blush brush in there. Because see how it's pink just in the circle? It's not supposed to look like that. So it's very, very light. But again, my daughters love to get into my makeup. So sometimes I find surprises like my Champagne Pop highlighter. Oh my goodness. So that is one thing that I will warn you about with Kylie is sometimes they don't press their pans all the way, and this happens. And I don't think they're magnetic. They are magnetic. So the problem is this isn't magnetic. This is metal. This is a magnet. See the problem here? I can't do anything about it because the magnet is stuck to the metal but came out of the pan. And this is actually one of them. This is Ice Me Out, and it's just like a champagne poppy gold. It's like a champagne gold, and it's really nice. I do like those. They're not as creamy as the Storm one, this one, but it's definitely a lot better than the Jeffree Star that's kind of really powdery. Do you suggest purchasing these at Sephora or Ulta, or is ordering the product website best? So it just depends on which one you're talking about, Jenny. Like Kylie Cosmetics, you can't get anywhere but Ulta and Kylie's website, but Ulta only has access to a certain amount of stuff, and really you can purchase it from either. I usually shop online because I know that if I go in the store, I'm going to pick up a bunch of shit that I don't need. So I've just found that it's easier if I shop online. But you can purchase them in store on the website. I like to go in the store too if you're newer with makeup. That way you can kind of get a feel for things and test them and touch things. And just remember when you're testing and touching, don't put it directly on your face because other people have tested and touched. But no, I definitely think Sephora is my favorite. I have to say it, hands down, Sephora is my favorite. If I had to choose, if someone had a gun to my head and said, Sephora or Ulta for the rest of your life, Sephora, hands down. Hands down. But neither of them carry Jeffree Star. Neither of them carry Laura Lee. Ulta carries ColourPop, Ulta carries Kylie. So I know that Sephora carries the Glam Glow. Sephora carries the Huda. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Because the thing is, not both stores carry all the brands. So the next one I'm going to do is the Dose of Colors highlighters I have. And these are the Dose of Colors X Katie highlighters. It's Desi and Katie. I really only have Dose of Colors lipsticks. I never got into their highlighters until Desi and Katie had collabed with them. So this one is Chasing the Sun. And the packaging is super cute, but I really just don't go to these highlighters at all. It all sounds like good options. Thanks. Of course. And then this one is Fuego and is really, really pretty. It's a little bit lighter than the other one. But again, I don't really care for these too much. It's not that they're bad. They're not. They're just not the ones I go to. And if you can tell, all of these are fairly dark. And I just noticed that the other day when I was going through my highlighters, preparing for this live. Like, they're all very similar. Like, if you look here, look at this. See that? They're just like a shade off. They're not really anything crazy, and they're not a lot different. So I'm not a fan. I think that it was just to have a collection with their name on it, honestly. I know that sounds really shitty, and I don't want to say that. I'm sure they worked hard, but it's just not, I don't feel like a lot of effort was put into that collection. Is there ever an option or scenario when highlight compliment? I don't understand what you're asking me. Highlighter compliments everybody and everything. Just don't put it like on your eyebrows. So these are my two least expensive highlighters, and they are Wet n Wild. I had a crap ton of them, and I got rid of a crap ton of them during my declutter because although I think they're beautiful, the formula is great, they're $4.99. I just don't use them, and I felt like they could go to a better home. So this one is the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and this is in the shade Precious Petals, and this is in the shade Crown of My Canopy. So two very similar shades. If you guys can tell, these are my shades because you can tell all the other colors are similar. I'll go ahead and swatch one of these. So obviously the packaging is a little bit cheap, but it's $4.99. You can't really complain when it's $4.99. So it's not the best, but it's definitely it's nice. For $4.99, it's a good highlighter. Where if you may be in a really bright lighting area that it won't complement your features the way it should. I don't think that's how it works. I think you're referring to setting powder, which goes under here, which gives you flashback. Highlighter isn't really ever going to do, like right here, it's always going to complement it. If anything, the more light, the better, because then it looks like I'm glowing. But like setting powder, if you put like, it's like not the right kind of setting powder, it's a cheap one, it'll give you flashback where it looks like you have white powder under your eyes. I think that's the one you're talking about. And because of that Jeffree Star highlighter, I literally have highlighter all over my stuff. Ugh. So this is another one of my favorite, and it is the Fenty Beauty highlighter, the Kilowatt highlighter. I only have this one. The other ones seemed real crazy. This was the only one that really I enjoy. And when I say enjoy, I am obsessed. Like, look how dug in this is. So this is Hustla Baby, and it is top of the line. I don't really use this Mean Money one. I don't understand why they would put such a stunning, shimmery, beautiful shade right next to the dullest shade I've ever seen in my life. But it's just not my favorite. So this one, though, ooh, Hustla Baby, is that the one? Yeah, Hustla Baby is literally every freaking thing a highlighter should ever be. It's so stunning. I'm gonna go ahead and put some on my cheeks. That's probably why my cheeks are red. Wiping. Now people coming on are like, oh, this bitch is singing. I'm out. It's all I ever do anymore is sing TikToks. So that's a thing. And if you are not following me on TikTok, in the description box below, there is a link to my TikTok. You should follow me because I have a lot of fun on there. Also, I'm obsessed with it. I have so much fun on TikTok. Ooh, do you see that though? Like, it's just so good. So good. You don't have one of these, go to Sephora, get you one of these. Next ones are Lunar Beauty, which is Manny MUA's makeup collection. And I too like these. I did a review as well. The thing that I love the most, I feel favorite so far. Yeah, it's stunning. Like, I love, look at it. Just like, just shining. So, I love the packaging. This is literally my favorite package. Of all the highlighters I own, this is my favorite packaging. Like, just look at the, like, just iridescent glow that this has. So, this one is Venus. And then I'm going to shine it towards the light so you can see it. And I will swatch them. Oh, so creamy. It's a powder, but it feels so creamy. I love when highlighters do that. It's literally nothing better than a highlighter that feels creamy. If you know what I mean, give me a thumbs up. It's literally the best feeling ever. Which is a bit dark for me. I just got the whole collection. So that's another one I'm probably going to have to give away. I just don't want it sitting here wasted. And then this one, which is Mars. Woo! It's that rosy gold one. It doesn't come off as pink as it looks. So I'll go ahead and swatch that one somewhere here. Like, see how it just has that kind of silver twang to it? Twang. I think I'm just making up words now. I'm so freaking tired. Alright, and this one is Mercury. Ooh, ooh! That is a really light shadow. What shadow? Highlighter. It's a really light highlighter. Alright, we're gonna go in here and we're gonna see. Let's take a peek and see what it looks like. Oh my god. That is super. Ooh. Okay. I am here for. Oh my goodness. See though? See how it's too light? So maybe this is what he means by not flattering or complimenting. This one, Hustla Baby, which is darker and more golden on tan skin like mine, looks fine. This looks beautiful, but as soon as I turn like this, you can see this white cast, where with this highlighter, you cannot. So that is a prime example of why you do not want your highlighter to be too light on your face. You want a color that's going to complement your skin and not look like you have gray. So this is a super old highlighter that I have. It's the Afterglow Urban Decay highlighter in Sin, just like that liquid one I was showing you guys. This is a beautiful highlighter. I don't know if they sell it like this anymore, but it's literally one of my favorite. And here's another favorite. This is the ABH and Amrezi. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but they collabed with another influencer and made this. Oh, she is pretty. Look at my hands, by the way. I look like I'm like gold. So we're gonna swatch down here so you can see. Oh my gosh. Like, it's just such a beautiful highlighter. It's not, like, it looks super gold and kind of frightening in the pan, but it really just isn't. It's more subtle and just so pretty, like a champagne color. I just love it. It's creamy. It has like such a beautiful look to it. It's a size. It's a little bit more pricey, but again, like, it's such a beautiful color. I freaking love it so much. I'm gonna move this over here. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of it. So last but certainly not least of my highlighters are my highlighter palettes. So these are basically collector items. I don't use them. I won't lie to you. I don't really reach for them ever. So the Abh Blow Kit, this is in the shade, the color Sun Dipped. For my skin tone. I can use these three. This one I cannot. I'm not a big fan of these. I know that a lot of people like them. They're not bad. I won't use them. You can, by the way, refill the original two as well, and I gave them away a long time ago. And I don't go for them ever. This one is Sugar. It's not that they're not pretty. They are very pretty. They're just not my cup of tea. And they're always in the back of my collection. Like this one right here, this gumdrop one is kind of powdery, where it has like glitter pieces in it. So they're not terrible. They're just not my favorite highlighters. I'm if you're gonna buy any of the ones I've said tonight, it's not recommended to be that one. This one is another one it's Kilowatt Foil, and this is the Freestyle Highlighter Palette. I don't honestly know what was going on with Fenty Beauty when they created this highlighter palette, because who is using anything but these three for highlighters? I just think that, like, I don't really know what was going on. Like, I'll go with the orange. We'll try it. We'll try. Because even if you're, no, stop that. Even if you're, like, deeper skin tone, I don't think you're gonna put orange or blue or, like, a brown maroon on your cheek for a highlighter. Like, they just don't make sense to me. So I don't know if this was supposed to be, like, a highlighter for your eyelids. If you guys know something else, but it definitely says Kilowatt Foil, which is her highlighters. So, and Freestyle Palette, which I get, and Freestyle, but this is like, this is weird. It was just weird to me. And I only got it because it was on sale. I don't know why I got it. I got it. I bought it. It happens. It happens with, like, everything that I own. So these two are going to be two that I'm giving away. I just have them. This is the Go-To Beauty Tropical Glow and Beach Glow, or, as you could say, Copycat Beauty, that Danielle Bergoli or Bad Baby or whatever the heck her name is did. They're not bad. They are pretty bright. I will say that. They're a little bit powdery. I did a whole review on her collection. They're supposed to be basically like knockoffs of the ABH ones. So they're very similar, except for these have a mirror, and that's kind of better because these are like, I think they were like $8. These were like 30, maybe more. So they're really, really blinding, but they're also kind of powdery. So I might give them to somebody who will use them. That is not me. And this is another ABH Glow Kit from Nicole Guerrero and ABH collabing. And the only one that I use in here, and it looks like it's about to break out, so that's going to make me sad because it's the only color I use in this whole palette, which is 143. Yeah, it's definitely like starting to break. Oh, no. Let's be careful. Let's not do that, because the rest of these, if you have this palette, then you know these are all chunky glitter paint, like, formula, and I hate them. I absolutely hate them. The only one I liked was the 143, but this was a messy palette, and it just has a lot of chunky glitter. This one's beautiful. The rest of them are trash. I just don't like them at all. And then this is the Lunar Beauty highlighting palette. This was the Gold Goddess collection. The only thing that I would have to say is I love this. I hate this. So if you look, I barely use this palette, but every time I touch it, I'm doing makeup. So it's kind of destroyed this because it's like a matte feeling. So, like, even now with all this makeup on my hands, me just touching it makes it look like trash. So I couldn't display it if I wanted to, so I don't like that, and it just sits in the back of the highlighter drawer. It does have a really big mirror. The shades are huge. It was decently priced. It wasn't super expensive, and they're beautiful. They're creamy. They're not as buttery as his Moon Prism ones, and I'm just swatching like a few of them for you. But they definitely are. Oh my god, look at that one. Woo! So they are really, really nice. I will tell you that. They're a little more powdery, not as buttery, but definitely I feel like if you have a lot of highlighters, you're not going to need the whole highlighter palette. But if you are going to get a highlighter palette, I would definitely look into that one because it's not bad. It's really not. It's decently priced. You're getting 6 huge highlighters for that price. I can look right now. I think it's still available. I don't know, because that was when he first launched his makeup collection. Lunar Beauty, there we are. Let's see here. I think the last thing he did was Halloween. I'm feeling the holiday collection, the Halloween one. I do have Strawberry Dream. Oh, I love that one. So it looks like he has It looks like he has the palette, but I'm not seeing the, I know that it wasn't a lot of money. I want to say maybe like $32, $38. I don't think it was a lot at all. Let me go here. Got this highlighter palette. I'm trying to look and see if I can find the price. Over here and check the top. I'm gonna go to his actual YouTube when he launched it and see if it tells me how much it is. No. First of all, Manny, how do you not have your own prices of your own items? So it's not in here. I'm thinking it was between $30 and $40, honestly. No, 48. No, that's the eyeshadow palette. Yeah, so I think it was between $30 and $40. It's definitely worth it. They're not as creamy as the Moon Prism, but they're most definitely like creamy and definitely like very, very shiny. So again, if you don't need 6 of them, it's probably not going to be the best. I can honestly tell you, my highlighter palettes don't get used very often because I don't really reach for them because they're just kind of bulky and they get in the way. And when you're trying to do your makeup real quick, you just want to grab and go. So before I get off here, I do just want to let you guys know the 2 of my entire highlighting collection that are my favorite 3, actually I lied, are going to be these. So of all these highlighters, if there are 3 that you're looking for or are my favorite, because I honestly think that 2 of the 3 are not available anymore, is the Storm Collection palette. I honestly don't know what this one was called, but it was from the Storm Collection, the highlighter palette from Kylie Cosmetics. The I Love Sarahi and Dose of Colors in Soulmate, and then Hustla Baby by Fenty. This is a Kilowatt. I'm hoping that one day they do like a whole thing of these so I can just re-up on that one and not have to use the Need Money, because I feel like it would be a waste again because I don't use that side. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I know it was super long. I really had a lot of fun kind of just going through my makeup with you guys and letting you know what my favorites are. Next week, maybe we'll go through like my powders and what some topics are. If you're watching this on video, my next video will be up on Tuesday as usual. So I